Greetings adventurers, I'm Chris with Nord Games, and in this video we'll be talking about the ultimate guide to alchemy, crafting, and enchanting. This is a 243-page full color hardcover book. It is the definitive handbook for the prospective artisan and a compendium of magic items for your fantasy adventures. This is made for 5th edition D&D, and let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the table of contents and see what you can expect out of this book. So we have a section about associations. These are like your guilds or people that you're going to be learning your craft from. We have a section about alchemy. There are also quests that come along with that. Crafting, again, quests for crafting, and enchanting. We have quests for enchanting as well. We have a chapter about the underground, so folks that are not necessarily conforming to the rules of their associations and they're just throwing out magic willy-nilly and doing alchemy and crafting and enchanting on their own. We have a whole chapter about recipes. So these are how to actually create magic items using alchemy or crafting or enchanting. And we have a section about the magic items that you might create. This is called the Magic Item Compendium. We have weapons and armor, rings and wondrous items, rods, staves and wands, potions, poultices, and powders. We also have a Harvester's Handbook. This is one of our appendices, and a Forager's Handbook. So let's get right into it. Show you how alchemy might work. So chapter 2, going into alchemy, we're starting on page 12. As you can see, we have some gorgeous artwork. We also have sketches and stuff for inspiration. We've tried really hard to make this book feel like a handbook and have all kinds of interesting things sort of in the margins and whatnot for you. So it talks about the tools that you'll need, the different sort of professions. So these are not so much classes, but it's something you can layer on top of your character as an additional specialization that you do. We have the alkahest, the apothecary, and the tincturers. These all focus on different types of alchemy. And we have quests, so how to work with maybe a patron or a quest giver to go off and find items that you might need. So things that are sort of layered on top of your overarching quest for your adventure. So as you can see, lots of different quests there and interesting things to get into. This is also fun for downtime activities as well. Skipping ahead and looking at things like your recipes, this actually goes into how you'd actually create things like potions and whatnot. So into page 61, take a look at that. So we've tried to make it as simple as possible. We have recipes for all sorts of different potions and things that you might be able to create. It will tell you which of the professions you're going to need to be focused in to create the different types of elixirs and whatnot. So if and everybody can create certain things, but only certain professions can create more specific potions, poultices, and powders and elixirs and that kind of stuff. A recipe is presented similarly to a stat block, and it indicates, it's got the title, indicates what profession you're gonna need and focus on, what level you might be, so things from like apprentice to expert and master and all that, what sort of oil you're gonna need, element, source, these are all things like materials basically. And we've got a full list of all the materials in the book. We've got the tools, your ability check, the properties of the thing that you are creating, a full description of it, and how it's used. So each one of the items in here is basically an item on its own, but also the recipe for how to make it. We also go into that for the section about crafting and enchanting as well. The Magic Item Compendium is going to start on page 176, and it will be completed items using the methods in this book to create them. So page 176, and right here, you've got a rollable table if you want to just create these on the fly and give them to your players. You have a D4 for weapons and armor, rings and wondrous items, rods, staves and wands, potions, poultices, and powders. So let's say that we keep it simple. We are on weapons and armor. We have a D100 table because there's 50 items in this section. And let's say that we rolled a 50. So that would be the Infernal Pitchfork, page 182. So page 182. Infernal Pitchfork, right there. So this is a weapon, trident, legendary, and it tells you everything you need to know about it. And it's right there. So there is a unique graphic for every single one of the items in the Magic Item Compendium. Flipping back over to our table of contents. We have the appendices, which actually turned into their own book. We started them here, but we expanded on them in their own book called The Ultimate Guide to Foraging, Harvesting, and Natural Discovery. I'll talk about that in a different video. So you have a little bit of information about those things at the end of the book. This book is available on our website and at your local retailer. If you are a local retailer, you can get this from your favorite distributor. Thanks for watching our video, and until the next one, happy gaming.